Shalom Aleichem everybody, it's Ya'Kov I'm Shepard here from King David 2 and KingDavidKabbalah.com, and we are in the beginning of Lag BaOmer, the Hilula of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And I want to say another understanding on top of all of the videos that are already on the YouTube channel, that is very important for me to make this message, because I see that many people have a lot of confusions around it. So in this text that I sent, it's Zohar from Parashat Bo, and it says there something that for some people it's unspeakable, cannot understand it. It says that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is Adon Hashem. Okay, it's like that. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is the one that is opening the gates of the upper heavenly city, and whoever wants to come in have to come in front of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That's an article in the Zohar. So I spoke with some people that showed me this, and they asked me, how can that be acceptable? It sounds like idol worshipping, sounds like a different religion. It's very important for me to explain, first of all, whatever is written in the Zohar is, we believe that even though we don't understand that, okay? And not only the Zohar, the Mishnah, the Gemara, Midrashim, all the words of the sages. This is called Emunat Chachamim. It's one of the 13 principles of the faith, the Rambam, that all of the words of the sages of Am Yisrael are true, even though we don't understand a lot of them. And many of the statements that we find also in the Gemara, also in the Zohar, also in the Mishnah, also in the Midrashim, some of them are very difficult to understand, and a person have to exert himself and put a lot of effort to understand them. And the fact that we don't understand something in the surface level, no one should say, I cannot hear it, I cannot believe it, it's not true, it's idol worshipping, all kinds of different statements that I heard about things like that, like this piece of Zohar. So I will explain this principle here according to my humble understanding, and I hope it will help some people to understand from that generally the concept that I'm presenting, and also specifically about Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and why is it so important for us to connect ourselves with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, with the wisdom of the Zohar. The parable that I always give for that is when you see those cars of VIPs, whatever, president, government, ministers, whatever, that they pass through the road. So people look on that black car with black windows that no one sees who's inside, and they point and say, hey, here is this minister, he is the president, and so on. And they didn't see the person, they saw the vehicle, right? So the way that we call vehicle is Merkava, chariot is vehicle, right? So the Avot, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and David HaMelech are the famous Merkava. Avot hem Merkava. It says in different places. And the Rosh Rabbi brings it. And in the same way, it's brought down in the Arizal, in the Rashash, in other places, that actually all of the tzaddikim, I'm talking about the highest level of tzaddikim, they are also a Merkava, a chariot. Now, again, what does it mean? The car, the vehicle, Merkava, is nullified, even though it is very precious, very important, very expensive, but it's nullified to whoever is inside. So when you look on the external appearance of it, you don't say, here is a nice car, maybe you do, but if you value who's inside, you call it in the name of whoever is inside of that vehicle. So inside of that vehicle of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, that's what the Zohar says. That's Pnei Adon Hashem. That's a certain revelation, certain manifestation of Hashem that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was privileged to present it, to be representative of Hashem in the world. Also when he was alive and also now. For us, when we are connecting ourselves, our learning to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, through that we can get a bigger understanding, bigger revelation of Hashem. And that's the main point. Okay, we have a certain level that we can fathom whatever is in our level. We cannot be more than that, right? That's our level. But it's like when you have a certain height, so you see from your height. But if you'll climb on someone higher, so you will see much higher. So when you connect to the tzaddikim, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in this case, it's like you're climbing on their shoulders, sitting on their shoulders like a little child that is sitting on his parent or uncle, whatever, that sees further away. And then it gives us that possibility to connect to Hashem in a whole different level. And this is an opportunity that is open for us always, but there is a special quality in Lag BaOmer to do that. So how can you connect to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in Lag BaOmer? So many people are lighting a bonfire, and that's nice. But besides of that, the main thing is to learn the Torah of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. If you can learn some Zohar by yourself, great. If not, I have many videos, classes that I explain different articles of Zohar for Lag BaOmer, for Shavuot, Sfirat Omer, whatever it is that you find that is talking to your neshama that you need right now. And as much as you take that opportunity and you put yourself in that learning today, you get more, and B'ezrat Hashem it will carry on the blessing and the merit of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai for yourself, in your life, and all the people around you. So that's my blessing to you, that Hashem will help us, B'ezrat Hashem, to understand the secrets of the Zohar and to connect to the neshama of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and all of the tzaddikim, and B'ezrat Hashem to be successful in our spiritual journey, in our physical journey. Bracha v'atzlacha. Thank you very much for listening. Lag BaOmer Sameach. Thank you. We have, Baruch Hashem, one of the tzaddikim that are coming to learn in my yeshiva in Kever David, going to Meiron, and he will pray for all of the donors of the yeshiva, all of the members of the Sfirat program, and whoever bought the month of blessings. So, like we did last week in the Hilul of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes, also this week with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and also in Shavuot with David HaMelech, B'ezrat Hashem. B'ezrat Hashem, sending the blessings for everybody, but as much as a person is coming closer, is getting more blessings. B'ezrat Hashem. Bracha v'atzlacha. Thank you very much.